Hello, Pat Skeets here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please subscribe below. It helps a lot. Thank you. So today I'm doing an album share, and my girlfriend lives alone. No one ever takes pictures of her because she lives alone. So anyway, I did take a bunch of pictures of her, and I scrapbooked it for her, but so that her daughter would have them. But anyway, her daughter lives in Australia, and she goes there every year to visit, and she had these pictures. I thought I would, there's not a lot of pages here, but I scrapped them for my girlfriend so that she could take them to her daughter. So her daughter would have pictures of her, because she's not around that much. Anyway, this is her daughter and her grandson. And they were at the zoo in Australia looking, and there's koala bears up in the trees. So she sent me these pictures. She wanted them scrapped. And then there were these birds she sent me, but they were on a fence or on the house or in the backyard. Beautiful tropical birds. I've never been to Australia, so. And I love these beautiful big birds. We don't have amazing birds up in Canada, like not the big ones. Well, we have herons, great blue herons, but anyway. So I used eucalyptus all over because I think that's what they eat. So I made corners and with eucalyptus and did all eucalyptus and did it on this wood paper. Was these trees, I don't know what they are. Maybe they are eucalyptus trees, but the bark, they're so white. So I used the white wood background. And then just the green leafy paper for borders on each side. Added this laser cut border here in the middle to fill that up. Sort of something for the photos to sit on. Lined them all up along the bottom. And then found some fun koala bear images in Design Space. And used some pearls for their eyes. So just eucalyptus everywhere and a title. One page. Now, if you like any of these pages, you can find Design Space links on my website. There's a link below. You can copy any of them. Like this page might be nice for a shower or wedding or, you know, kids' portraits, whatever. It's a pretty floral page. Now, I'm just doing my girlfriend's photos for her. So this background was simple, and so I added a border to it. And then I cut this one out freehand to make it a wavy kind of border. This page is a coordinate with this paper, but it had a frame all the way around, so I just used the same border that was up here, and I angled it so that it wouldn't hide the flowers, because there's two clusters on here. And then I just made a big mat with the same coordinating paper on both sides. Matted both the photos with that. Now, this is just embellishments that I had in my stash. And I added some dots. Because there's so much floral on this paper, I didn't have to do anything to that page. So that was quite simple. Here I just put a cluster on this great big frame. So it was a very simple page. Okay, so this is funny. She lives alone, right? She wanted pictures, so she does selfies in the mirror. So she had some pictures. So this is so her daughter will have some pictures of her. Anyway, I thought that was clever. Selfies in the mirror. Very good. So she's dressed up to go out in these different things, and she had an animal print band on her hair here. She's a few times. So I went with the animal print and florals because she's got a floral skirt. So I combined the two, went with both. And then I did some, because she's doing selfies, I put a camera and some photo strips as borders on the page. And I just added a tag, a long tag, and a reverse of this floral on this page. to sit this photo on, and that big chunk is a frame for this photo with a tag as well. I just reversed the tags and the direction of them. Put the animal print in the background in the middle. And there's my page. It's quite simple, just floral embellishments from my stash. Cute. These are some of her old pictures. This is when we first met, before I was married even, when she was very young. That's hers. Oh gosh, she's like 24, 25. And there's her middle age, other pictures of her, older pictures of her. So that's her parent, like her and her husband. So they're her daughter's parents. That's good for her to have. Anyway, there's a lovely frame for that. Because she's wearing a jean jacket here, and this was so, such an old photo, it was faded or colored, sepia tones and that. I found this paper that went with those color tones, and I just went with the navy accent to make it pop. So I did this lovely frame, kind of went with this one because it has leaves. And then these flowers I copied up here, a large one over there, to do up there. So it's a very simple, just stripes of different colored papers on a big square. And here too, I did the same. I guess they're the same. So I just turned them. And it makes for an interesting, with a single photo featured, and a collection on the other side. Makes for a nice double page layout. Oh, this is this was 49 in Market, and this was a make and take from a crop that I went to. Karen Lancaster in Wyerton. She has a scrapbook store there in Ontario. So this was the make and take. I did not design this at all. So we just copied her page, and then I used it for this photo of my girlfriend, her daughter, and her son-in-law. This has a folded up border. That was a fun technique, to just fold up a strip of paper and then glue parts of it down. So it gives a lot of texture to that. So anyway, the pretty page. Beautiful Moments, that was the title. Thank you, Karen. This is my girlfriend in Australia and her husband. And then their grandchildren, her daughter. They're on a little tour somewhere. They're going somewhere for the day. And this is the cabin they built in their backyard for when she comes to visit. She can stay there. But now he uses it for an office, and they stay in the house. It's cool, because with the little kids, it's too noisy in the house. So this is National Scrapbook Day collection from Creative Memories. I think it was last year's. So I thought, because of the coloring and that, I just thought it'd be fun. They're outdoors and whatnot. I wanted to try the collection, so I used it. So this border matches. They're the same on both sides. Turned one way, one the other. Then I used this border. I cut it up and used part of it here. There's another mushroom border that I put up top. These are embellishments. I made clusters all with the embellishments that came with the collection. Added a little hedgehog there. I just made it was a cute, really cute collection with the critters. I loved it. So I was happy to use these embellishments to make this page. It made it fun. Because there's little kids in it, it makes it cute. Borders everywhere. So this is, I thought it might be in Bali, or it might be Australia. I don't know where this is. They did go to Bali together. No, it's Australia, she told me. Okay, so I put the title on. All right, very tropical. And this is the backyard. So they're sitting out on the patio in the backyard. And it's just, I guess this is a memory. She went there to that mountain to see that as a tourist. So I used tropical leaves and then tropical flowers. She's got yellow shorts. So I went with yellow flowers and a yellow banner here to put the title on. It just worked. This is borders from thick layered borders from Creative Memories collection. So is this tree border. They're layered, so they're lifted. And then added all these tropical flowers, so it makes it really pretty. Hope she likes these. And there's a lovely picture of my girlfriend with her daughter. When her daughter was pregnant, she went to visit, and I think she went to be there when the baby was born. And they went on a girls' weekend or something, because without just a girls' weekend, her last bit of freedom before she had a baby. So this photo, the background is so blue that I picked this collection to use for it. I love this blue floral paper with gold on it. So I just did big border, set this cream paper offset on there, and then did a big square of it over here, repeating it. This is repeated, borders on both sides and down here. And then this is just an embellishment that I had in Creative Memories. They had a collection of all these shapes. And these are Creative Memories laser cut frames. I like buying those too. They're quite nice. So I inked all the edge of it. And then I used, this is another laser cut shape that came with this collection. Fit perfectly there to do a cluster on. And then I had another sticker thing here behind, so I put a cluster on that. And these I found in a store or online or something. I ordered them, a bunch of girls, because my granddaughters are teenagers. But the coloring of their clothes here was perfect for these pages. She's kind of in a nice pose, so I love them on these pages. They're like, I don't know, they were daughter kind of, so I liked them. Added the blue floral, Vivid Memories is that collection of florals. And just created a pretty page. So that's the end of the Australia, my girlfriend's pages, although I did find an email with a few more pictures that I hadn't downloaded. So I will be scrapbooking a few more pages for her if I can figure out how to download those things. Anyway, thank you for watching, and happy scrapping.